Coco Gauff pleads her fairness. I am a woman. I get sad to amid emotional outburst. It was a humid afternoon at the Wuhan Open, and the stadium was alive with a chatter of anticipation. Cameras flashed, fans held their breaths, and attention. The day seemed heavier than the mid-September sun overhead. Inside the locker room, Coco Gauff sat alone, breathing heavily. Her tennis bag lay open, rackets carefully lined. Yet the meticulously organized equipment couldn't calm the storm in her mind. The press conference was scheduled in 10 minutes. Questions, they said, tough ones, they said, but Coco knew that today words would carry more weight than a forehand winner ever could behind the headlines. For years, Coco had been praised, criticized, celebrated, and scrutinized, sometimes all within the same week. Teenager to superstar, the tennis world demanded perfection, flawless technique, unbreakable composure, and unending resilience. But humans, even champions, have limits. She thought back to her latest match, an exhausting three-step battle. Every point of war wills, her body screaming from fatigue, her mind battling the weight of expectation. The media replayed the match endlessly, highlighting errors but glossing over brilliance. It wasn't just about tennis anymore. It was about judgment, equality, and fairness. Her phone buzzed with social media notifications, headlines, hot takes, hot button, comments. Coco loses composure. 2. Emotional. The women's game isn't as tough as a men's. Why can't she just shake it off? A lump formed in her throat. She clenched her fists, feeling the surge of frustration, sadness, and helplessness. The build-up, the locker room door opened, and Coco's coach stepped in quietly. You okay? He asked. Coco exhaled sharply. Just it's hard. They expect me to always be fine, perfect, smiling, unbothered. But I get sad, too. I get frustrated. I get tired. I am human. Her coach nodded. That's okay. That's real. And that's why people respect you. Not because you're perfect, but because you fight, even when it's hard. But the words that comforted her in private weren't enough to shield her from the public eye. As she walked toward the press room, flashes erupted. Journalists called her name, and microphones were thrust forward. The room was alive, buzzing, almost electric with expectation. Coco stopped in the center, feeling the weight of everyone's gaze. She took a deep breath. The outburst. Questions came rapid fire. Coco, can you explain your emotional reaction during the match? Do you think women players face tougher criticism than men? Why do you seem more upset after losses than male players? Her chest tightened, eyes burning, heart racing. She realized something had to be said, not in a rehearsed statement, not in a cliche answer, but truth. I want to say something, she began, her voice trembling but steadying with each word. I am a woman. I work incredibly hard every single day. And yes, I get sad, too. I feel frustrated. I feel pressure. I feel pain just like anyone else. And it's not because I'm weak. It's because I care. The room went silent. Cameras clicked furiously. Her words echoed raw and unfiltered. I am judged not only on my wins and losses, but on how I appear. When I lose, I am expected to smile, to shake it off, to hide everything that makes me human. But I am human, and I deserve fairness. I deserve respect. I deserve to be heard. And yes, sometimes that means I show sadness. Her voice wavered, but her eyes were fierce. I get sad, too. And that's okay. Ripples across the tennis world. The press conference went viral within hours. Headlines splashed across social media and news outlets worldwide. Coco Gauff speaks out on fairness and emotional strength, the champion who shows her humanity, why women in tennis are held to impossible standards. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with supportive messages. We love you, Coco. Stay strong, Red Art. Finally, someone speaks the truth about fairness in women's tennis. Analysts debated. Some praise or honesty. Others questioned whether emotional displays affect a performance. But the overwhelming sentiment was clear. Coco had started a conversation far bigger than a single tournament. Behind the court that evening, Coco walked alone by the stadium's practice courts. The lights glowed softly against the dark sky. She replayed the day in her mind. The words she had spoken, the reaction she had ignited. Her coach approached silently. You were brave today, he said. People will remember this. Not just the words, but the courage. Coco nodded, a small smile forming. I just want fairness. I want to be treated like every other player, men and women alike. It's not weakness to show emotion. It's honesty. The coach placed a hand on her shoulder. And that honesty will make you stronger, not just as a player, but as a person. Coco inhaled the cool night air. For the first time in days, the tension in her chest eased slightly. The match after, the outburst. The next day, Coco returned to the court. The stadium was packed, but the energy felt different. The media frenzy had subsided, replaced by quiet respect. Fans waved banners of encouragement. Her opponent was tough, but Coco's focus was unshakable. Every serve, every return, every sprint across. The baseline carried not just technical skill. The conversation continues. After the match, Coco spoke to reporters. Her words calm but firm. Yesterday I said what I felt because women in sports are often judged differently. We are criticized for emotion, yet expected to be perfect. I hope my message helps not just me, but young players everywhere who feel the same pressure. Social media erupted again. Headlines, praise or courage. Coco Gauff redefined. Strength in tennis. The champion who shows humanity. Why emotional honesty matters in sports. Fans sent letters and messages from around the globe. Young, girls, aspiring athletes, and even seasoned pros shared stories of pressure, expectation, and a struggle to balance emotion with performance. Reflection. That night, Coco sat by her hotel window in Wuhan. The city lights reflected off the river below. She thought about the journey that brought her here. The wins, the losses, the sacrifices, and the weight of expectation. But she felt a new strength rising from within, the courage to be herself, to show humanity, to demand fairness. She whispered to herself, I am a woman. I get sad. I get frustrated. I get tired. And I will not apologize for being human. And for the first time in weeks, the pressure felt lighter, not because it had disappeared, but because she had faced it honestly, and the world had listened. A champion's voice. In the weeks that followed, Coco's words sparked conversation in tennis circles, sports media and social media alike. Players, coaches, and fans debated emotional honesty, gender expectations, and fairness in sports. Coco Gauff didn't just play tennis. She became a voice for athletes everywhere, showing that vulnerability and strength could coexist. On the court, her matches continued. Her wins counted, but the world now saw more than a tennis champion. They saw a young woman brave enough to speak her truth, fearless enough to show her emotions, and strong enough to redefine what it meant to be a champion. And every time she stepped on court, She carried not just a racket, but the courage to be herself, fully and unapologetically. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next